The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoffs, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Ncaa. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, and guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Turning it on. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he tacks on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll go to the toss. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Looking to throw, it's Carpenter. Throws to the wideout. Pick off! What a play by this defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. They'll chase him out of bounds after that play, mark it at the 16-yard line.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
They're working that left side. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there to say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
It's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
That's a really nice run right there. One of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and they have the ability to rush.
He wants to go deep. Makes the catch on the left. To the races. Inside the touchdown, Ohio State. Once he got a snap, it was all right to the house.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And after the extra point, they cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Lewis. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. The give from the gun. Fights off the defender. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get a challenge. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up and was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll run it Davis here. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Carpenter. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
And a quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Quickly complete. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a pass on the jet sweep. He's out past the 35. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Reese. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Quick completion to the right. Oh, he's got some space. The 30. He's at the and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That touchdown grab, the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. You've got this guy's ability at that position. Quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Off the play fake on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They're going to run it. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. When you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete, now you've set up 30 long, and now you're set up to fail.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's King. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front.
will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking for a man. It's Carpenter. Bringing the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Fires and picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Takes the handoff. It's King. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knows where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Intercepted. Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Off the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Roberts. He is going nowhere. Scott at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long for the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Makes the grab. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Here's a heat. Grab behind the line. It's Davis. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Plays like that with just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's trying to get it in. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And he tags on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Looking for blockers. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Ooh, and they almost had another one. And this defense is dialed in, man. The interception on the last possession, almost another one there. They've got a really good read on this passing.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third down, he drops the throw. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Looking to throw on first down.
Just a little off. Incomplete. A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw great effort.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. On target over the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy.
Ball is loose. Oh, unfortunate to get that one back, and as an added bonus, they get the first down. Man down on the, and it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, we'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's King. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball, too. Right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up a wide receiver, this dude can get open. He can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting that, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make it.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback keeper. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability to stop the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Under fire. And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Instead of trying to just take the lead with a field goal, they'll leave the offense out there to try to punch in the touchdown. This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown, Tiger! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it down. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. They'd hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. A shot for the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Dropping back, it's Carpenter. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Can't find find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. They'll run this play from the pistol. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the run. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
He wouldn't have been the only All-American in his group if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing forward. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Right down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half. Here and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Carpenter. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him. And the defense finally came up with a play.
He's going to take off. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking for a push on fourth down. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line to pick up the first down. Really no drama at all to making that call and going for it on fourth down, and they make it pay off.
No drama. It'd be drama if you didn't go for it. If you were that big of a scaredy cat and you didn't want to go for it on fourth down, you need to find some other game to play.
And the Buckeyes have this offense rolling. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Pressure coming. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic guys that get after the quarterback. LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Gonna let it fly. Touchdown, Ohio State. They look finished, but they're all the way back. Now they have the lead. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page.
It's picked up. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Got room on the return. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Toss to the outside. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football, particularly up the middle. But how about the offense? Does a nice job tossing the ball on the perimeter, going out there, getting some positive yards, trying to get 7. I ain't settling for no field goal.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. This is a designed run. He'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lewis. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Hauls it in. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. LSU quick to the line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off play action. He lets it fly. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. And they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been.
There he goes. Nice pick up on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field, but the run game has not been the problem today.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Under fire. And as he throws.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Grab behind the line. It's King. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the 1st down. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off play action on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit of it.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch it in the middle. It's King. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows are tiny, and that's why the teams that can run the ball the best generally are the best red zone offenses.
They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. The 40. Past the 30. He's at the touchdown Buckeyes. The defense takes matters into its own hands. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 8 over Vanderbilt. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
It always seems like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds. You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. I got to get the football offense. Very lucky to get that football.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college.
It's a seam wide open. He's at the 40. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Working that left side now. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
High quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
Hey, if if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give and tick, 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 tick. A solid run there as he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Buckeyes are facing 3rd and inches. He wants to change this route. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Using his legs, it's King. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? He's looking downfield to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. They got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
The quarterback takes a knee. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away.